And as assistant referees, last week's referee Nigel Owens and Jerome Garces of France and George Ayoub of Australia is the television match official.
There's a countdown on the big screen.
So as they line up, you can see there the All Blacks split again. Both sides last week we saw them effectively use the flat kick where they got Retallick punching onto the ball, and by using that kick it gives no time for a lift to get on and secure the ball.
The countdown is on. And the whistle sounds. The All Blacks against England in Dunedin as the kickoff is made, and it's untidy. And up goes the flag across on the far side. And an early line-out. Now let's just see how these line-outs play out. Just a brief chat, a little shorter than last week. So Rob Webber lobs it in and taken down by the money man, Jeff Parling, who was quite outstanding last week.
Jumping across the line-out.
And an early penalty against the All Blacks, against Sam Whitelock, number 5, jumping across the line.
Jumping across. Offside.
Owen Farrell, one of a number of changes in the England backline.
He landed on the maul. There's no way that...
So it's a second England line-out, this time in All Black territory. Parling goes in close this time, and they're going to set up an attempted rolling maul here. Trapped in the back by Joe Marler. He's the carrier, and another penalty. The All Blacks coming in on the side, and so England will get a second penalty in 90 seconds, and this surely is kickable.
Yeah, you'd think so. And Owen Farrell was keeping an eye on him pre-game. He didn't miss a lot. Certainly is a quality kicker, but Freddie Burns did the job last week equally. You can see here they're well set, and it just splinters away to the right there. You can see McCaw, he's just off the ruck. And to be fair, you'd have to say that maul looked like it had broken up, and McCaw was just coming in to make an effective tackle.
Yeah, it was touch and go, but he set his standard very high in terms of players remaining onside. One at line-out time for the All Blacks. That was Sam Whitelock, and now the skipper himself. So that is his yardstick, and we want to see a good open game. And Jaco Papa has certainly laid it down.
Those 34 points in 2 games, 17 in each of those 2 games, Owen Farrell. So he has no problems kicking against the All Blacks, but of course previously it's been at Twickenham. Not always an easy place to kick here. So the first kick, and it's a beautiful kick straight down the centre, and England have the early lead.
What a great strike that was, Justin. I'll tell you what I like, and as a golfer you would like that, the way he plotted the trajectory of the ball with his eyes. Next time he lines one up, we'll have a look at that again, but he follows the path of the ball, he preempts it. Beautiful strike.
Cruden again, this time pushes it a little bit further, and it's taken down by Parling. Held here by Launchbury in the back. And another offside. This time it's Retallick. And Jaco Piper wants to have a chat to Richie McCaw.
Another clear penalty from the side. 3 at the line, more line out. Next one's bin.
Well, that's early.
3 minutes 25. The All Blacks are on a warning, and rightly so. We've seen the execution of the set piece from the line out, which England showed last week, are very efficient in that area. And so far they've got their line out, their throw right, their jumpers, their lifters are all in place, but most importantly their maul is set, and the All Blacks are not able to counter that at the moment. Retallick's the guilty party, crawls around the side there, he has to retire and come from the back before he can be effective in that maul.
Well, watch the bet, England will drive again. This time they use Ben Morgan. And the All Blacks careful here to try and stay onside. Now they get it. Here's Danny Kerr going for a little bit of a run. And a thumping burst from Tuolangi. Now Marler stands over the ball. Just out from the 22 as Kerr works it away. 12 trees makes a little kick through and been snapped up here by Ben Smith. And the All Blacks finally get their hands on the ball as they swing it wide across here to Messam. And Liam Messam right in centre field, out in front of his goalposts as Aaron Smith. Be looking for a clearing kick here from Aaron Cruden. And they settle it all down. But it's still a line out for England.
Oh, very good from England as well. They got that more moving forward under the warning from Jaco Papa that they needed to move it. Kerr actually got off the back of that maul while it was going forward, and that's got the defence on the back foot, I should say. And Burrell, good, strong initial first run from him. Burst through a tackle of Cruden, got it well over the advantage line.
That's the boots. Do the same for you.
They're big men, aren't they, in centre field. Burrell is a big man. We all know that Tuolangi's a big man.
Back.
12 trees is not small either. And that one's been stolen by the All Blacks. So McCaw has it, and Rob Shaw has him. Aaron Smith charged. And still in as Launchbury fires it back in field. It's with Tom Wood. He slips it and trying to hook up Webber. And right there, Kerr. They're going to work the blind side. It's Rob Shaw. They had nobody out on the blind side, really. But they've got another opportunity here, perhaps. As Kerr sends it wide. Now Farrell works it away to 12 trees. Here is Burrell. Pops it up. And now it's with yards. England making all the play early on. 7 or 8 metres short. As Danny Kerr swings it away again to Farrell. Now a miss-out pass into centre field. Burrell again. Rob Shaw. Here's Parling. Grabbed by Jerome Kano. And it's there again for Kerr as the All Blacks put a bit of pressure on. And they've counter-rucked it out. England didn't have enough players at the breakdown, and it's going to cost them as it goes back for Nonu. And he clears it away, not far, but in touch anyway.
Oh, what a huge moment in this test match from the charge down and the breakout. Danny Kerr just chose the wrong option big time. They had huge numbers. Here's the charge down. Super work here. Through they go. Lovely pass back on the inside. Nice and patient here, England, not panicking. And from this ruck here, Danny Kerr had all of his team out to the right and a huge overlap. Chose to go left. They can still strike.
Right, so Rob Shaw takes it down into the arms of Ben Morgan in the reddish-coloured headgear. He gives it off to Kerr. Kerr, short pass to Yards. Mackay misses the tackle. Yards scores. Now let's see what Jaco Piper is up to here. He wants to have a chat.
Sorry, it's a little too loud.
Grounding is good if you're happy with the movement.
Yeah.
It's a try for me all day. He's not used motion to get him over. He's just bounced. Well done. Well, what a moment. I did mention that they may have butchered a try, but however, the All Blacks couldn't clear the pressure enough. From there, the line out again, which has been so effective. They pushed forward. This is it set up. Kerr just takes a couple of steps, brings in two players. McCaw falls off the tackle. Cruden's not strong enough, and Yard is over. What a start. They are pumped up, Smithy, the English.
We'll put this in the archive. You won't see that very often over the last 8-10 years that McCaw misses a tackle in a vital situation like that. But this is the product of some great English pressure, consistent English pressure, mistake-free English pressure as well. Farrell knocks over the two to make it a perfect 7 start, but Nisbo, you've got to say the All Blacks haven't even started yet.
Well, they've hardly had the ball, Smithy.
The work from Kerr there was superb because he put McCaw and Messam in two minds, and because of that, Yard was able to punch onto it, and the defenders weren't quite on the front foot.
10 points to 0. England with a big start in the game. They didn't score a try at all last week, as the try scorer Marlon Yard takes it down.
Use it.
Now Parling. Kerr's going to kick himself. And Yard knocks it down and on. And so this will take us to the first scrum of the game.
Let's just have a look at the work of Keir here as he runs around and he gets the ball in two hands. And if we pause it just here, you can see there McCaw's looking in. He's looking at Keir, so his attention's been grabbed by him. Because of that, he doesn't see Yard. As you play it on, he's slightly just off. Can't get across in time because of the very good work from the halfback. And there's the missed tackle.
The all-important first scrum. And it looks pretty solid from the All Blacks. Aaron Smith away for Cruden. Here's Nonu. Straight across to Ben Smith. Breaks the tackle, as he so often does. Aaron Smith gets it across to Cruden. And now the All Blacks genuinely have the ball in hand in an attacking position as Conrad Smith looks for support. Aaron Smith now works it away to Franks. Here's Nonu spinning away. Sets it up in centre field. Now Cruden. Long cut-out pass. Kano sets it up. Got the arm out here as the All Blacks attack through Whitelock. Still 10 metres short. Now Cruden for Nonu. Again stepping. The England defence up very, very quickly as Smith looks away. Now here's Ben Smith. Again almost through. In fact, rolling another couple of metres, not held. Here's Aaron Smith. There it is. Halfback is Whitelock. Quick hands across for Coles. Now Jane gets it off to McCaw. Aaron Smith gets there quickly. Here's Retallick. Big pressure here from the All Blacks. Aaron Smith again. Beautifully palmed on. Into the arms once again of Jerome Kano. He's held up. Desperately trying to rip it to the ground. Referee playing in a long advantage.
Oh, yes, it was. I thought they may have lost it. That advantage. It was quite a long one. What resilient defence from England. Relentless attack from the All Blacks. And the advantage of Ben Smith playing at fullback, coming in as a first receiver or second receiver. The way he injects himself in the game, a couple of line breaks. You'd have to say they scrambled well, England.
They did scramble well because they threatened to be busted out wide again. There was a very interesting incident, I think it's in the next phase of play, where one of the ball receivers was Owen Franks, who looked out of spot right there, but he ended up being quite a good shield, didn't he? And the English turned around and said, what about the interference there? What about the shield that he was performing? Was it legal or not? Interesting point.
Cruden kicks the penalty, and it's 10 points to 3. 12 minutes gone. We expected a fast test match, and that's the way it's unfolded in the first 12 minutes as Farrell kicks off. Lining it up is Savia, but England are there very quickly. Tuilangi using his weight and power. Aaron Smith. This time he gets his kick away cleanly. Mike Brown waits. Taken by Conrad Smith and Richie McCaw at the same time. Now England through Robshaw. Again swing it wide. Here's 12 trees and a big gap. Some gaps appearing. And England, well, play on, says the referee. So Robshaw picks it up. No knock on in that move. So still there for Danny Kerr. Now Farrell fires it across. And Launchbury has it. Kerr once more. That's a loose pass as he's under pressure. 12 trees. Goes back. Gives Yard an opportunity. Looking to offload. Still 15 metres out from the 22. 10 points to 3 as Kerr sends it off to Farrell. Now Morgan, who was big last week, sets it up again for Kerr. Farrell. Here's Brown. Short pass. Good one too to Webber. Playing with confidence. No forward pass. Called, I think, from the touchline by Nigel Owens.
Well, at the moment, England are breaking this All Black defensive line. To be fair, they scrambled very well this time, the All Blacks. But here's the line break. 12 Trees just props off the left foot, accelerates through. He even does a number on Aaron Cruden there, who tried to swipe him down. And if he could have found the space out onto the left there, he had some players there free. Here's the forward pass that breaks it down eventually, but ball in hand. England look very good, Smithy.
They do indeed. Just may be a problem with one of the All Blacks getting some attention over the far side. It may well be the captain as well. Yeah, there's a nice precision about Owen Farrell. Just watched his start to the game. His kicking is precise. His restart was absolutely pinpoint, which gave England the opportunity to put this pressure on, which they haven't really released. And the skipper goes down here. It was awkward. I was looking for a head clash. It wasn't that, but after he went to ground.
Hit possibly in the chest.
Yeah, he's copped a decent blow there. He looks like he's okay, Richie McCaw. They don't build anybody really much tougher than him. It would take a lot for him to have to leave the field, but I think the key challenge now, you can see there's a great shot there of Manatualangi, who was so effective last week and a tackle breaker. But now that he's on the wing, he needs to find his way into the game. We haven't seen him with ball in hand for all this possession that England have had. He still hasn't got his hand on the ball. So, you know, they need to find a way to get him into the match.
9. Crouch. Bind. Set.
There for Aaron Smith. Okay, Aaron Cruden. Here goes the expected cross kick, and just a little bit too far.
So just I wouldn't mind seeing that scrum feed again. Looked like it went behind an All Black foot.
England take it quickly, but no, the line out is set.
They'll all look straight to me, Smithy.
It's the All Black foot go forward here, and he almost goes in behind it.
Good enough,
England making all of the running so far as Webber throws. Launchbury immediately hands it off to Morgan. He swings it away. Here's Farrell. Out it goes to Burrell in centre field. And Conrad Smith got a hand in there. And in fact, it was knocked on by England first.
Got to like the tempo England are trying to play at. A tackled player is going to ground, and they're always looking for an opportunity to pop and offload, keep the ball alive, wanting to play at pace.
Okay, let's get closer. Yeah, let's not be in contact before I say set. Just stick to the side. Coming closer. Move in. We got this. Crouch. Fine. Set.
So in it goes. Kano gives it off to Aaron Smith. Weighted kick by Cruden. Tuolangi goes back. And beautifully done by Brown. He got it on the second attempt. Mike Brown. And a penalty goes to the All Blacks. But some quality play there by the fullback.
There's no tackle. You have to release to the man on his feet.
Cruden eyes up the goalposts.
What are you doing? Shot.
Here's Brown's pickup. Looked like he'd lost it. Look at that. Fingertip stuff. Goes forward. He's isolated there. Look at all the black jerseys around him. First cleaner that comes in is too late on Sam Whitelock. A good body position for a big man. And the contest for the ball was won by the defending player, which was Sam Whitelock. Well done.
Justin, another hint too of what the All Blacks get quality ball, what they want to do to Tuolangi. They want to turn him around. He looked lost. They say that might be an issue in his game, being able to turn and size up situations. Well, the bounce of a rugby ball did him there, but it wasn't pretty. All Blacks all like that.
Cruden's kick is away to the left. 10 points to 3 it stays. 18 gone first half. Farrell, one of the players we didn't see at Eden Park last week. Lovely kick, nice and high, and in the finish it falls for Corey Jane. He lays it back. Now Nonu. Whitelock crashes it up. It's there again for Aaron Smith. Now Cruden. Tough England defence as Aaron Smith again goes for Cruden. Retallick hit hard, really hard. Lays it back though. Oh, and Smith hasn't seen it. And now the little kick, and it's bounced in the field of play. I think it's okay. Might have to have a look upstairs. No, Nigel Owens is coming back.
Oh, I think it looked fine.
Agreed.
I really did.
Just clipped the line.
Can't check it.
I don't know.
Agreed. I think it's right. Danny Kerr thinks it's right.
Directly. On the line.
Big moment.
Over.
How big's Jeff Parling been in the start of this game? That was his turnover.
Yeah. Anyway, it's not going to matter now. As Retallick accepts the line out, and the All Blacks decide to put a drive on themselves here. McCaw away for Aaron Smith. Now the inside pass. Here is Savia up the centre.
I got taken out. One of the defenders, sorry, Nisbo.
Taking the man out.
Yeah, it was Martin Nonu just blocked the tackler. I think it was Owen Farrell that he impeded. And interesting, after the All Blacks kicked their first 3 points, it was Owen Farrell at halfway who said to the referee, "Can you just keep an eye on obstruction, please?" They're using players that are stopping our defenders from coming in. And I think that's what happened there.
Yeah, you're right with Farrell. The other player involved here is the skipper, Rob Shaw, to look for which one was impeded. Nonu just pushes Farrell out. Is that fair?
Yeah, absolutely does. You watch him, he goes through there, knocks Farrell over, and he would have been there to make that tackle.
So 49 metres, bang in front. Cruden pretty much had the distance from a pretty similar range. But this guy struck that first one so beautifully from near the sideline that he's a chance, a big chance here.
It's a very interesting idiosyncrasy that he's got. Like you said, we'll focus in on a nice tight here. You watch him just tracking the line. When he comes down to line it up, he'll make his eyes will go up towards the post, and he'll do it a couple of times to reinforce that rhythm. Up he goes, and he'll do it again.
And he pulls it away. So 2 long-range misses from Cruden and Farrell.
He had distance though, didn't he? He had plenty there. Look out, All Blacks.
The 22 restart. Parling's lining it up. He has been a tower. Many thought that Courtney Laws would come in immediately, but no, Parling has done such a great job. Now 12 trees. Just a little hesitation as he cuts back and runs into Coles. Now Kerr. Here's Burrell, this big man in the midfield. Kerr gets it off to Rob Shaw. Quickly away to Marler. All Blacks looking to turn it over. Can't get at it though. Now Farrell. Here is hooker Weber. Tuolangi. Oh, he runs into Sevilla. The first head-to-head contest. And down went Tuolangi. Rob Shaw seeing plenty of ball. Now Kerr. And I think he's overdone this one. Yep. You can't argue about this one. Blacks line out throw. The first one went to Retallick. And the second one goes to Retallick as Cruden works it off to Nonu, busting his way through. Leaves it there for Aaron Smith. Now Cruden works it away to Corey Jane. And there it is again for Aaron Smith. Whitelock tries to step his way through. Working blindside. Now Jane had the ball ripped away. Referee says knock on. England ball.
Worked it off the back of the line out. The All Blacks got into that wide channel. They're persistent in trying to go on that right-hand side. You can see there, Burrell just rips the ball free from Corey Jane as he was cutting back on the inside. And I think this England defence has got slightly more width in it this week. The All Blacks not finding it as easy to get into those outside tram lines with the space.
Although I think it's fair to say Nonu made a mess of Owen Farrell first up there. Just absolutely waved him goodbye. So that's maybe food for thought as well and closer.
Bind. Set. Yeah.
This is England's first scrum.
You come closer. Yeah. Come closer without being engaged.
He really is a huge man. Manu Samoa to Langi.
Crouch. Bind. Set.
So Kerr gets it in. England scrum just yielding a wee bit perhaps as 12 trees. Now Yard, big gap for Yards. Good tackle by Conrad Smith. But again, the All Blacks looked at 6s and 7s defensively. Here is Brown, the fullback, taken to ground. Still 15 out from the 22 as Kerr gets it off to Farrell. England playing the game at good speed as Morgan holds it up. As Kerr again. Farrell charged and snapped up by Burrell. And Tuolangi is taken down right on halfway as Parling grabs it, hands it back to Kerr. Now Launchbury. Kick coming up from Farrell. Waiting for this is Jane, Corey Jane. And he got it away beautifully. And now here's Ben Smith on the counter. Wasn't held, so he stood up and went again. Made a good 15 metres as the All Blacks attack down the right through Cruden. Back on the inside for Jane. Now Yard. And it's all over the place here. England in possession. And the kick made. Getting across is Ben Smith. Thought about opening it up. And then the finish a wobbly kick into touch.
Yeah, his planting foot before he kicked just slipped on him. He had to reach to get to the ball. Another turnover from the All Blacks. You can see there, his foot there just, well, I don't know if it did slip. Excuse me, it slipped after he kicked the ball, so I had an excuse for Ben Smith's poor kick then. I'm going to have to take that back.
Hasn't Yard found some holes inside that All Black channel, Justin? That's of concern.
So Webber to throw. Parling, as expected, takes it. Webber's slipped to the back of the maul this time. They do vary that at times. Now they've done well here. A lot of the All Blacks are going to have to retreat as England. Now they set it. Kerr, he's left it behind. He's knocked it on. He just got a little bit too excited. Danny Kerr, he had so much time.
Holding on. Lots forward, killing their bonus by holding on.
He just was guilty of taking his concentration off the ball. He sort of was looking at the referee for some guidance. And as he lifted his head, just took his mind off the job at hand and spilt the ball, Danny Kerr.
And then didn't release, and thus the penalty. Once again, Retallick. And McCaw slips to the back of the ball. Some good progress here. Just starting to grab a side, and then a loose pass.
Play on, play on.
Play on, says the referee, so they do. As Trees goes wide, here's Yard. Puts a fair bit on it, far too much actually. And Ben Smith may well decide to open this up. Goes through Savia. And he backwards his way 10 metres. As Aaron Smith clears it off for Nonu. And this one lands inside the 22. Owen Farrell had waited back. He lumbered across. Now Savia's got it. He wants to start now.
It was a good kick from Nonu. Timed it perfectly, and the space he found as well. Good chase from Cruden. Owen Farrell scrambled back though and did get a good effective kick away.
Retallick again. Aaron Smith intercept. England read it beautifully as it swung away, and here's an opportunity. 12 Trees, who threw it straight at Conrad Smith. Now Corey Jane, he's kicked it out. They had an opportunity there if they'd kicked it in.
Well, Conrad Smith just came up. Eyes only on the defender, attacker I should say. So this is the move off the line out. Robshaw reads it perfectly. McCaw didn't even get a chance to get his hands on it. And Conrad Smith just up, reading the play really well, had his man, and because of that was in the way. You can see the reaction there. If that ball had stayed in, they wanted it in, the All Blacks.
Well, it's like a general pause. Someone's pushed that button, so we're going to have a break, a little break here. Julian Severe was getting, not so much treatment, but he might have been getting some advice from one of the attendants, the All Black attendants, for quite some time there. A good chance to review, actually, where we're at in this, and 68% territory for England. And that is combined with a slight dominance in terms of possession. The All Blacks have pulled that back after the first 10 minutes of starvation, Justin, but by and large they've also been playing since the 3rd minute on a general warning, so their discipline's been better.
Yeah, it certainly has. There's a shot of the All Blacks reserves bench. Wasn't it great there? We could get our cam right in there around that England huddle. And just noticed Robshaw G'ing his forward pack up, pointing at the clock. He'll know that this is an important 10 minutes leading into the half where they've been so dominant. Need to be disciplined. Some happy supporters there.
So Webber to throw, and he goes short, and it's not straight.
Wickedly so.
Well, I think they had too long to think about it.
Yeah, they did. It was quite funny to see that unfold, actually, because the carrier pigeon with the message, and I've got to say it's quite a big one, David Wilson, he rushed over to the hooker at the last minute, who, of course, is Webber with the instructions. After that, that was the point that was good.
Yeah, and I'll bring them in. Bind. Set.
Aaron Smith for Cruden. Turns it back on the inside. It was a little bit laboured, and the ball's been stolen away. And England have it again. Now Corey Jane was the man who took the ball in, so he's not there in defence. And Cruden is off to Ben Smith. England's defence looks pretty tight, so he lets rip down the middle to his opposite, Mike Brown. Brown falls over. Nobody's at it. Yes, they do. In the end, it's Aaron Smith. He gets it off to Cruden. Brown took a dive, a bit of a Hollywood, I think. It didn't work, so he's going to have to get up and start all over again. He is limping as Savia has it. Now a bit of excitement when he gets the ball. Bounces yard out of the road. Now Aaron Smith away for Jane into centre field where Franks is standing. Now Nonu looking to offload, finds Cruden, ducks under one just on England's side of halfway. Here's Coles powering through a couple of tackles. Aaron Smith again. Whitelock getting some good possession, but breaching this defence pretty tough. Now here's Conrad Smith. Brown is up and running again, but Tuolangi's done really well here. Now he fires it back in field. Yard gets it back, and he belts it for all his life downfield. And that's brought plenty of time. And Ben Smith brings it up again. Has a go. Just in England territory. Aaron Smith. Now Jane. It's there for Aaron Smith again. And ball lost.
And I can tell you there's some hands-on heads out there. That was a long passage of play, and the players certainly felt it. Here's the bump from the bus. Boom. Down goes Yard. Tuolangi, that's a fascinating battle out there. Tuolangi did incredibly well later on in this piece to salvage a good kick and salvage a situation. McCaw goes into contact. Good, solid, low tackle, knocks the ball free.
Interesting to note the English defence has been pretty good. Gee, it's aggressive in the first 2 or 3 phases. They're really up quickly out wide, in particular blocking any possibility of getting the ball wide. And then as the phases go on, they become a little bit more vulnerable. Conrad Smith was able to place a fairly good kick in there to turn them around as well. He found space out wide, but early on it's not easy.
So the way the All Blacks defensive system set up here, certainly on to go the opposite way to the one we're looking now. Brown on the left with 12 trees. You can see there in Yard. That's the space.
Good shot by the All Blacks. Morgan picks it up. Now he's confronted by McCaw, who gets him. Tries to lay it back. Pressure at the ruck as Kerr feeds it off and they go wide. Good pass. Here's Wood. And then he pops it up and turned to Brown. Now Robshaw was at 12 trees. It's been intercepted. So the All Blacks start a counter here as Franks heaves it off to Ben Smith. That looked forward. So Aaron Smith as they work the narrow side here. Cruden. Short pass as Rotella makes some ground. Now Smith again. Lobs it out for Nonu. Again a weighted kick. Tuolangi in good position though. And has a go. And Conrad Smith puts him down right on halfway. It's with Kerr again. Now Farrell. Waiting is Jane. Commits early. Ball knocked back.
That was back of White. No offside play.
Retallick trying to turn this over. Does a great job. Now here's an opportunity. Here's Messam. Back inside to Coles. Ben Smith can't hold the pass. And now Farrell decides to go for a run. Owen Farrell. McCaw gets him.
Needed to make that tackle, McCaw.
Here's Wilson. Makes a kick, the big prop forward. And it's not a bad one either.
Wow, what great rugby. Both teams opening up. End-to-end stuff. You can see the players sucking in the big ones, and why shouldn't they be? Exasperating stuff. This is the break. Smith just shows the ball. From there, they punch in. Cut back from Coles.
Back live as Nonu. Now Cruden. Ben Smith, elusive as always. It's there. Penalty coming against Parling this time. And Robshaw decides just to make sure the penalty is taken there. The All Blacks can't carry on.
First infringement, number 12, get away.
So this will be too far.
Interesting call there, wasn't it? It wasn't actually against Parling. He said it was Billy 12 Trees, the 12, who was the player infringing there, and Rothschild not at all happy with that. He thought it was fair game.
Well, the All Blacks wanted to start this game well. They know how powerful the English bench is. It really is. So once again, Retallick, short side. And Coles gets it, but there's no room for it. So they've got to start again through Woodcock. Lays it back. Now Kano makes some grounds. Franks. Again, it's Kano. Now Aaron Smith for Cruden. Nonu. Morgan holds him up. There it is. Retallick had to snap it up. He got it off the Whitelock. And Aaron Smith, well, someone booted that. Must have been a player in an offside position, surely. But it's held up here by Savia. Now it's there again for Whitelock. Aaron Smith. McCaw.
Release now.
That's the 22. Is Aaron Smith. Works it away. Back to McCaw. Short to Woodcock. Having to work hard, the All Blacks, with the ball in hand. England's defence holding nicely. Here's Cruden. Oh, knocked on by Jane. And here's an opportunity. Tuolangi.
He's only got to beat Ben Smith.
Great tackle.
Oh, he's got the ball as well.
Now here's Conrad Smith on the counter. Off to Aaron Smith. There's Nonu. This game is all over the place. Back near the 22. Laid back by Messam. Now Cruden looking for the wide open spaces. Jane gets up there. It's been knocked on by England.
He's off his feet.
There'll be time presumably for a scrum, and that'll be it in the first half, and everybody can have a breather.
Oh, absolutely. Thrilling stuff. Look at this as it goes through. Tuolangi, if he brushes off Cruden, it's only Ben Smith that can save the situation. He's putting in the big ones. Tuolangi goes for the left-hand fend, puts out the palm. Smith wraps him up, the big man. Perfect tackle, brings him down, gets to his feet. Look at the crowd in the background. They recognise what a situation, a moment in the match this was, and wins the ball. Absolutely superb, Smithy. It was coming from where you were standing.
That'll get the headlines tomorrow, win, lose or draw, because he's a local boy playing under so much pressure, but he's come up trumps there. They say Mike Brown is the best fullback in the world at the moment. He ran completely the wrong line there to support Tuolangi. Absolutely, he got lost, and he arrived too late.
Right, in it goes, and it's going to be reset.
Brown started close to Tuolangi. He just kept running further in field as if he thought he was going to score. I mean, he had to stay in support because Tuolangi had the chance, even in the tackle, to free the ball to him.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. I did wonder where Brown had gone. He looked like he tracked too far away to the left, didn't he? If he'd stayed close, Tuolangi probably would have still been able to get an offload away.
Ben Smith, eh? Wow.
Bind. Sit.
Oh, penalty.
Number one.
Against Joe Marler on the loose head side of the England scrum. He doesn't look convinced. Well, there's no time to kick this out, so Aaron Cruden will have a shot at goal here.
Well, you'd have to say probably if the All Blacks can capitalise on this opportunity, given the flow of the match and a couple of chances that England had in this first half. If they can only be 10-6 down, then I think they'll be mighty relieved more than anything. Here's the penalty. You see there, Marla, the loose head has gone down first and gone down early onto that shoulder. He won't be pleased at all, Rob Shaw, the captain, as you can see.
Creedon's kick is on target. Half-time whistle blows, and it is 10 points to 6. England lead. They've scored the only try of the first half. Now let's hear from Jerome Kano.
That was a frantic first half. How did it feel for you?
Yeah, it was just that. I don't think we started on a good note. A couple of penalties early on, but I think we just need to hold on to the ball, keep on the good side of the ref, and get our game going.
Expecting that game plan to remain?
Yeah, I think so. I think we just need to hold on to the ball. We're kicking at the wrong times and spilling the ball a bit too much, so hold on to the ball and play our game.
Good luck for the second half. Thank you very much. So, what a first half that was. Stick around for our halftime show. It is England 10, New Zealand 6.